Kuda.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a new Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. Wow, feels weird to say that title, but now that we know of it, I'm excited nonetheless. In today's video, we're going to be expanding on all of the news and new information that released yesterday regarding this brand new animated series that's due to release in just under a year's time in 2024. With all of these new details now released, it's only a matter of time before we can expect our first announcement trailer to be released as well. I know I made a similar video on this not too long ago, so if you do want more details, I suggest checking out that video as well. But for now, enjoy today's video on when we can expect our first trailer for Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Jurassic World Chaos Theory is the new animated series that's coming in 2024. Yesterday, we got heaps of new details from the New York Toy Fair on what to expect for this new animated series, such as returning characters, a title, and even 6 dinosaur species already confirmed as well. After covering that in my latest video, I started to wonder about the possibility of having our first trailer for this animated show sometime soon. Now, previously, we discussed that a 2023 release date for a first trailer would make total sense. After all, when we take a look at Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous' first release, we had a teaser trailer a whole year in advance before the release of the show. But with less than a year to go before this new series does release, we currently have nothing. So we were wondering when we'll get our first announcement trailer and what the most logical date would be. But at the time of those predictions, little did we know that all of this new information was about to release, and maybe even accelerate the time range. But you might be wondering, how on earth does that change everything? Well, with the animation series now having loads of official information released to the public at the New York Toy Fair, it would be entirely safe to assume that this has accelerated the need to announce the show as soon as possible, to generate some new official hype so we can finally get our first look at it, besides only from word of mouth by some people who attended. So, from my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if right now, Universal, DreamWorks, Amblin and Netflix are all in discussions to have a new planned release date of the trailer for some time in the near future. And hopefully, definitely, before the end of 2023. In my assumption and estimates, I would say that the latest we should have our first trailer for the show would be by the end of October. This would be a reasonable time frame to create a CGI formatted trailer and get enough replies and agreements in place to release such an important thing with all companies involved. However, should they work swiftly together on this, I wouldn't even be surprised if the announcement trailer would release sometime this week. Yeah, sometime this week. Crazy to even think about. Which would actually be an absolute treat for us Jurassic fans, and will give us enough to work on and get excited about for the coming weeks. So hopefully this is what's set out to happen, but for now, I would say at least by the end of October. But please be aware that I am not confirming this in any way, shape or form, and I'm not saying that this will be the date. And also, no, I have not been told anywhere on what the plan is for a trailer. This is all merely from my own prediction, using a bit of logic and sense given the new information that we were provided to us yesterday. But many of you might be wondering, what could this trailer be and what can we expect from it? Well, given that we're still around a year away from release, I very much doubt we'll get a trailer that will show any kind of visual representation of the show itself. It will most likely be Camp Cretaceous, where we merely only have a CGI creation specifically for this announcement trailer. Camp Cretaceous' CGI announcement trailer showcased a very generic velociraptor jumping at the camera. We could get something pretty much exactly like this once again this time around, or it could be slightly different. However, that doesn't entirely rule out the possibility of actual footage being used in this announcement trailer. I just think that it's highly unlikely that we'll get anything of the sort other than a CGI clip to announce this show. Either way, I would expect at least something within this month, and fingers crossed, but I might be being a bit too hopeful here, but fingers crossed for something this week. That's all we currently know so far. I do remember back in, I think it was 2019 when the announcement trailer actually released for Camp Cretaceous, and I didn't really think too much of it. But the more I watched it and the more I kind of looked into the fine print on that trailer, I started to get a little bit more excited for the show. Like, this was our first official canonical show to the series, so that got me all excited. And we all know that Camp Cretaceous seasons 1 to 3 is completely different to seasons 4 to 5. And if they take the reign of what they did with specifically season 3 in this new Chaos Theory, I'm only going to go ahead and get so excited for Chaos Theory. We know how good that animation can be, so fingers crossed they take a kind of page out of their own book and they look back at season 3 and realise how well put together it was. Seasons 4 and 5, I think it's better less said of it. And I think maybe 90% of the audience will probably say the same thing. For me personally, I'm glad season 4 and season 5 happened, because then it actually proves that that isn't really what Jurassic fans want to see, and it's not really something that's necessary to the franchise. So I'm glad season 4 and 5 happened, I'm glad they're canonical, simply because we now can learn from it. And hopefully Chaos Theory will be the first production that has learnt from the mistakes of seasons 4 and 5, but has learnt of the success from seasons 1, 2 and 3 of Camp Cretaceous. Either way, I'm excited. As soon as we get some kind of announcement trailer for it, hopefully, I was going to say officially, but I think hopefully we should get our first logo for this, because the logo was actually released back in the Toy Fair. We don't have any images of it, unfortunately. We just kind of have word of mouth that a logo was there on some packaging. So yeah, we'll probably be getting a logo, I would assume, in the announcement trailer, and we will just be able to speculate. And I'm so excited. I hope you can hear the excitement in my voice, because I'm just so excited. Recently, I've been feeling so burnt out in making content because there's nothing to make. Doesn't make sense. I've said this before. It doesn't make sense that I'm burnt out because there's nothing. But I get really motivated and happy knowing that the franchise is continuing, and when we do get news, because I just know how the audiences are going to be so excited to hear all of this stuff and jump on the fan wagon and just get really excited. And that's what I like to see. I like to see excited faces everywhere. So yeah, the Camp Cretaceous sequel will hopefully be releasing their announcement trailer sometime this month. Again, this is mere prediction. We just have to wait and see. But you know for a fact, as soon as we do have something of an announcement trailer, if you have bell notifications turned on, then you will see it immediately uploaded to this channel as soon as it's released. So be sure you're tuned for that. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, then be sure to press that like button and share it around with your friends. Don't forget to also subscribe to stay up to date with all of the news to come for this Camp Cretaceous sequel and more from the Jurassic franchise. But for now, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.